Nascar can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Hello and welcome to the second round of the FMA Gen 4 Cup Series. I'm James Watson, joined with my broadcast partner, Kobe Jordan, and we are at the world center of racing, Daytona. But not just any Daytona, good old legacy bumpy Daytona. Oh man, these drivers are going to be jostled and thrown about. 50 laps here on the high banks. Well, Kobe, you're typically not in the broadcast booth with me from a speaking standpoint, but let's do it. What are you looking forward to for tonight? Well, while he's plugging everything in properly, I tell you, I'm looking forward to this one. There's nothing like bumpy Daytona here on iRacing. I remember I was doing a race with the DW12 IndyCar, and the bumps were so nasty, I felt like I even got a hairline fracture in my knuckle. Meanwhile, as Kobe's still getting ready, here are the driver standings after one race of 12 for this season. Brock Morris, last season's champion, continuing into that form, leading the points about 9 over Ryan Peters in second. Jacob Wilson, Sage Greco, and Ches Hamby round out the top 5. Jeremy Eshelman, William Gay, Jacob Brown, Zach Tankersley, and Nigel Steele, the top 10. Threshold Motorsports are your team championship leaders with Dumb Dumber and Dumbest in second. Wang Half Racing in third. Rectum Racing fourth. Major Motorsports fifth. And Oath Racing rounding out the field of the 6 teams. How about it, Kobe?
Okay, James, you've dragged me into the mic. Good evening, viewers. How are you all? I'm not going to say too much because I'd like to keep my job by the end of this, and I've got bad foot and mouth disease, so I'll keep the talking to a minimum. But how are we? Looks like we're going to have a good race to here. 20-odd races around Daytona, in for a spectacular race.
Absolutely. 50 laps is the length of tonight's race. We have just about 1 minute left in qualifying. Right now, your pole sitter is the 132 of Nathan Fuller, with Adam Brady joining him on the front row. Jacob Wilson and Ted Newman. Believe this is going to be Ted's first start this season, putting it top 4 so far. But we all know that qualifying doesn't always mean the most when it comes to the super speedways. It's very easy to gain track position, and it's also very easy to lose track position. but you don't want to have to be starting in the midfield and put yourself in the danger zone of being caught up in the big one. And they'll be curious to see who can handle the high banks and the high bumps. Legacy Daytona just isn't used all that often. Many series and leagues tend to run the current baby smooth version of Daytona, but running throwback cars might as well run the throwback track layout. And with that, qualifications have wrapped up, and now time to get to the starting grid here at Daytona. Your front row, the 132 of Adam Fuller next to the 20 of Adam Brady. Jacob Wilson in the 1 next to the 31 of Ted Newman. Evan Guillemette in the 68 next to the 03 of Jeremy Eshelman on row 3. Row 4 has the 75 of William Gay and the 8 of Nigel Steele. The 888 of James White and the 09 of Alex Jacobson round out the top 10. Philip Carter in the 28 and James Efaw in the 88 on row 6. Brandon Thompson in the 015 next to the 73 of Sean Ramsey, row 7. Row 8 has the 5 of Ryan Peters and the 26 of Chase Matsuko. Row 9 has the 16 of Cody Deek and the 57 of Steven Pizzuto. Showing Nick Biddy and Jeff Dillon are rounding out the top 10, or the top 20 rather. Zach Tankersley in the 2 and Jacob Brown in the 13 on row 11. Paul Wentline in the 3 and Mark Osier in the 117 row 12. Jay Davis in the 317 and Anthony Sorrentino rounding out row 13, and rounding out the field is the 14 of Joe David. See, taking a look at all the glorious throwbacks here. See the 31 in the 2007 Kevin Harvick paint. Got the 1 of Jacob Wilson in the Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries car. I believe another Kevin Harvick scheme for the 03 of Jeremy Eshelman. And looking down the list, looks like we got a Skull Bandit Harry Gant throwback. The Dale Jr. AC Delco car as well. Jeff Gordon Pepsi machine. And of course, a classic Dale Jr. Budweiser scheme. I think it's the 3 doors down car also. But here we go, the pace truck is gonna make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Nathan Fuller will lead us to the green flag. Green means go, we are underway at Daytona. See a good even start. Adam Brady trying to keep alongside of the 132 as we go on down into turn 1. See, one car already big sideways there. Believe that was the 888 of James White. As you can see on the board, they are bouncing up and down. I tell you though, it's going to be nervous times for those in the on the outside lane. The parameters of the Gen 4 car on iRacing are leave a little bit to be desired, at least from what I've seen from them at Talladega and New Daytona. As you see, Jacob Wilson has taken the lead of the outside lane, and he has taken the lead of the race itself. Able to get past the 20 car to lead this outside lane. And this is fantastic to watch because I've seen in other broadcasts with this car and races I've done myself, it's a bit hard to keep side by side. There just seems to be a lot of drag with this car and maybe not making the top speed and power that you would expect. And because of that, I've seen races go single file pretty quickly. So it's encouraging to see side-by-side racing here, although you see the outside lane is starting to flex some serious muscle. Jacob Wilson going full Dale Jr. Pied Piper up here, leading this outside lane as the inside is just starting to fall apart. Although, with that said, this is already starting to give me some serious vibes to the 2000 Daytona 500. See, it looks like the top three are starting to break away just a little bit. As we got one car, we got three wide going into turn one. 73 of Sean Ramsey going on the apron to make that move. Contact between the 888 and the 28. Thankfully, nothing bad happening from that, but getting real close here off of turn two. As you see, the inside lane is starting to pick up momentum again. As you see one car on the apron, maybe looking to duck out of it. Oh, we got a car around the 15. Oh, and he's going to roll back up the track. And he's going to roll back down the track, and I don't think he took any extra cars with him. Oh, boy, that got real close for, I don't know how many cars right there. See, the 15. Oh, and he just gets, I think he got a little bit of a bump draft from the 132 that sent the 15 around. Oh boy. Well, caution number one of the night here at lap 5. I think we're gonna go ahead and get our first break in, and we'll be back shortly.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Alrighty, we are back and just about ready to get back at it. Coming to 1 to green here. Let's see how everyone does with a little bit of reset from that early caution. You see everyone doubling up. Yeah, it's definitely been a lot racier than I was originally anticipating, and I am thankful for that. See, the front row is going to be the one next to the 20 of Adam Brady. Reset the top 10 for you. It's the 1, the 20, then the 03 of Jeremy Eshelman, next to Ted Newman there on row 2. Nigel Steele and Evan Gilmet on row 3. Nathan Fuller, our pole sitter, next to Philip Carter on row 4. And it's going to be James Efa and Ryan Peters up in the rounding out the top 10. Peters, one of our biggest movers, up from P15 starting spot up into the top 10 right now. Right now, it would appear that everyone is back out on the racetrack. Nothing too awful from a damage standpoint. It's like Joe David did not make the grid, so all 26 cars that took the green are still circulating the track on the lead lap as the pace truck makes a hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Jacob Wilson will lead us back to the green flag. Green means go. We're back underway at Daytona. Good jump for the one, but not too good of a jump. Thankfully, you do not want to leave them in the dust on the initial jump because you will be the one being left in the dust. Oh boy, we got a car on the apron trying to hold on to it. It's the 888 of White. He will back it down, get himself out of harm's way. He is going to be a mile off the draft, but did the smart thing and avoided any further calamity. As you see, here comes Adam Brady leading the outside lane, trying to get the lead from Wilson. He's getting pushed along by Newman. Across the line, it's going to be Brady leading that lap. We click over to lap 9. Well, what are your thoughts on the racing that we're seeing so far there, Kobe? Pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, that accident before probably could have been avoided, but that's super speedways. You're always taking those chances. You want to get the front and avoid the craziness in the back. Being these cars in this track, I think they're doing a damn good job keeping it in this great order.
Yeah, it's not easy to hold a pretty wheel with how ugly these bumps are. Like I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just look at how much these things are jumping up and down, especially in the middle of 1 and 2. That will rattle all of your fill-ins. Now, that's just the outside. It is 1,000 times worse right there down on the yellow line. See, Wilson has gotten back to the lead of the high side in front of Adam Brady. It's Now Eshelman in charge of the inside, trying to drag the inside up. Meanwhile, there's not a whole heck of a lot of help behind the fourth car in that outside lane of Guillemette. It's about, say, 3 car lengths back to the next car, which I believe is IFA. Now they're starting to get close. See, they're starting to get some numbers here. As you see the Greg Biffle throwback, the 16 of Cody Deek got a little real close to that wall. See Eshelman doing what he can, but he is fallen to just alongside fourth car line of Guillemette. Whoa, that time I think Deek got the wall. Oh yeah, you can see he is flat wheeling that 16 car. That Taurus is not happy. There's all big sideways for Eshelman, having to wheel it through the corner. He's gonna gather it back up. As you see, some of the outside lane, they're dropping to the bottom. Here comes Newman side by side with Wilson for the race lead. Eshelman, he's had enough of leading that inside lane. He's now jumped up third car outside. And hoping that he doesn't have to worry about the rear end of that 03 car kicking out again. See, once again, the outside lane flexing its muscle. Definitely got that throwback feel of the outside lane being the place to be in the draft. So you got 3 wide towards the back half of the top 10 here. So you see, I believe that UPS car taking the massive run on the outside cleared both of them and now jumped down to the inside. Steven Pizzuto in that Dale Jarrett throwback. Now he's holding the lead, but that is only good enough for about 9th on track. Single file outside the first 7 cars. All of a sudden, there's a huge gap from Newman to Carter. Is almost on the verge of losing this draft, and that is dangerous. From what I've seen with these cars, it is ridiculously easy to lose the draft. I remember one race at Talladega with these things a couple months ago. First and third jumped out on the outside to make a pass for the lead. 10 laps later, they were 20 seconds behind the pack. See, a little bit of a wiggle there from Adam Brady. Perhaps a little bit of contact with the 28 of Carter. Now Newman and Carter trying to keep connection with the top 3 right now. Oh boy, and why things are single file for the most part is anything but in the middle of the pack. Everyone fighting for their life right now.
And that's what you're
Oh, we got a car in the wall! Sage Greco hard into the outside wall. That right front is completely disconnected from the 17 car. You see, it is about to hit the inside wall right there at the Daytona Super Stretch logo. That is night done for the 17 car. Look at that. Picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. Look at it go.
Go back a bit.
You see, oh, big snap! I had it almost saying, and then netcode from the 8 car just finishes the deal. That is unfortunate. Greco, you saw he had it, gathered it up, but that is going to be the end of the night. We stay clean and green. But yeah, you were saying there, Kobe?
I've completely lost it with all that excitement. It went out the window and the next thought ended. Sorry about that. While I'm speaking, I do want to apologise to the 015. We've had a problem with your name. As hard as I tried to get your name up for your fans and family and friends to see, it wasn't happening. So we're going to investigate that and have your name displayed for all the lovely people out there next week. I do apologise.
Whoa, meanwhile, you saw another little moment for Deke in 3rd place. Man, it is wild watching them having to drive these cars like they are. You're so used to modern stock cars, how you're just flat to the floor and not even thinking about it, but it is anything but keep it pinned and turn your brain off right now. See Evan Gilmet trying to see if he can slip by the 09, but it will not work, and he's trying to cut back in line, and he will. And now the big question is, what happens? Oh, we got slow car towards the back. The 2 of Tankersley showing as the 8 car right now. He had to make a big save, and he has lost the draft. Sage Greco is officially retired from tonight's race. To see, oh, a big move from the 604. Oh boy. Oh, ho, ho. I don't think, even if they single filed out, I think their fate is sealed unless we get a caution. Which, how hard they're racing, we might see that caution. As you see, the 13 is giving it all she's got. Whoa, a big move, basically pulling a slide job right there in front of the 604 of Sorrentino. Meanwhile, a car out of the line up towards the front. Philip Carter has jumped out as we are 3 wide in this second pack, near contact with Sorrentino and the 73 Ramsey. Now Sorrentino's just going to fall to the back of this pack. I don't know if it was by choice or not, but he's definitely had enough of all of this. See, this second pack is single file now. You see the consequences of that mistake for the 28. He is out of the lead draft and is now in the clutches of this second pack. Meanwhile, we are side by side for the lead. Eshelman and Wilson are doing battle. Newman shoving the 1 car, Deke shoving the 03, and Eshelman's going to drop down to take the lead of this race. Because now Cody Deke is all by himself on the outside. Oh boy, they are getting racy, and this is nerve-wracking with pit stops looming here. Do we happen to have any fuel numbers that these drivers are looking at here?
No, best I can do is show you how many laps they've done since the last stint.
Alrighty,
Looks
and
like
you see
nobody pitted in the first yellow.
Nope.
Oh, hang on, we've got a couple down in 12. A little bit lower down. Some only got 17 laps, so there is a split strategy in play here.
Yeah, I'd be keeping my eye on those three that pitted if they were in this lead pack, being able to take less fuel, although I doubt anyone is going to want to not take tires and just go fuel only with how evil these cars were looking. You see the 20 of Brady, he's jumped down into the second pack. Our outside pole winner. Oh, contact between Brady and the 13 of Brown. I'm sure there was a lot of Brown from everyone right behind them right there. See these cars continuing to wiggle. Side by side with the leaders of this second pack, Pizzuto and Ramsey. See, they are going to be joined by Ryan Peters, much to the chagrin of the 5 car. And there they go. Sure, a little bit nerve-wracking for those in the middle of this pack is a little bit of a wiggle from the 57. Whoa, and another one for good measure.
He's getting narrow loose.
Yeah, he is. That 57 car is not driving okay, as he's just going to drop to the end of this pack.
That's okay. Pit stop on this side of the corner. Get in there. Put some wedge in it. Get back out. Keep going.
Absolutely. And there's probably no more important. Oh, the 13! Big sideways into 3. He's all over the place, but he's going to hold on to it. A massive save for Jacob Brown. Oh, boy.
Is he going to lose the pack, though? He's in danger. He's on the bubble.
Yeah, he's lost the pack, his rear, his lunch, and probably a few years off of his life all at once.
Probably lost his girlfriend, too.
But importantly, he didn't lose any body panels, so that's the important thing.
100%. Still in one piece, and there will be another yellow. You can gather it back up and go again.
Yeah, I would be utterly shocked if we go caution-free. But whether or not we can get to that green flag pit stop, I think will have a huge factor in whether or not the stays green. Because, you know, from what I've seen... Oh! We got cars around the 75 into the wall on the tri-oval. 132 and the 888 involved.
See, I spoke that into existence, didn't I?
I was just about to say, if we make it to green flag pit stops, I don't think we'll be seeing another caution, but we do not make it to green flag pit stops. The yellow flag is out. And man,
Nathan Fuller, he's got a big ball out of that.
Yeah, what on earth even happened here? Oh, big moment from, my goodness me, what an impact for Nathan Fuller. Oh man, everyone in the stands could take a look at his rear end gear right there. The hang time, the back end of that 132 got. Oh my goodness. Then you see the 75 of William Gay trying to avoid it, got clipped and sent back up into the wall. Yeah, bounces off the wall. Fuller does down into white.
You know what he said
And
when
then-
that happened?
What?
Oh, look, I found a penny.
Oh, and he's going to need a heck of a lot more than just one penny for the repairs on that thing. But with that, we are going to go ahead and take another break, and we will be back shortly.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Alrighty, we are back and ready to get back at it. Jacob Wilson is still your race leader. Jeremy Eshelman joins him on the outside of the front row. See the pace truck getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Jacob Wilson will lead us back to the green flag. And green means go. We're back underway at Daytona. Great jump for Wilson. And a terrible jump for almost everybody behind them. Look at that. That is not ideal. See, the top three have already single filed out here. The only 3 cars up on the outside lane for now. Alex Jacobson, the first time we've seen him up towards the front tonight. Well, big move from Gilmet, trying to jump to the outside of Newman. He tucks back in line.
I don't really blame him either. That 31's looking very unsettled right now. If I was behind him,
Yeah.
I'd be wanting to get the hell in front.
Yeah, the new tires not doing him any favors right now. Single file top 5. See, here comes Peters. Get some help from, I believe that's Matsuko behind. Trying not to lose the draft. See, now we're side by side for the lead. Jacobson leading the outside, and he's going to lead his first lap of the night. Wilson getting help from Newman. But Jacobson with the shove from Eshelman and Gilmet. Meanwhile, the rest of the field, they've caught up. And now Jacob Wilson, the man who has dominated the first 30-plus laps of this race, has to tuck into 4th. Meanwhile, Nathan Fuller has called it a night. James White, connection issues, he's dropped. Oh, we got a big wreck! Oh no, Ryan Peters is around! Oh, and they're still gonna be wrecking! What a job by Ryan Peters to somehow keep that from getting worse. He got spun back up the track and somehow no one hit him further. See Philip Carter on the infield grass right now. Man, what on earth happened with this one? You see Peters all by himself here on the inside lane as you see Newman and Deke wiggling up top. Man, look at the 57 of Pizzuto to just speed through the infield and get past it without really getting involved. See, 3 wide. That's 2 incidents. Because, like, I was keeping an eye on Peters, and I'm like, whoa, wait, there's the wreck happening. I thought I was looking in the wrong place, but, yeah, 2 completely separate incidents right there. And that is the end of the night for Zach Tankersley. A few cars on pit road to get some of the damage repaired. Well, we were going to get another break in, and we will be back shortly.
He's got the outside line for the second spot, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and
my
to the
goodness.
line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it. We're gonna have just, say, 13 laps to go when the green flag is back out. Alex Jacobson, your leader, with Eshelman next to him. Gilmet and Jacob Wilson. Cody Deek, the top 5. Ted Newman, Adam Brady back into the fray. Chase Matsuko, Steven Pizzullo, and 73 of Sean Ramsey, the top 10. This is a pace truck getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Alex Jacobson will lead us back to the green flag. Green means go. We're back underway at Daytona. See, good jump from Jacobson, and he's going to jump right back up to the top side. See, Gilmet, he's now in control of the inside, trying to get the speed wound up in that 68 car, getting a shove from the 31 of Newman.
He needs to stop kissing the apron if he wants to get the speed up. That really hurt the pace of that 68.
It sure did, and now here comes Wilson jumping in front. And Cody Deek will join him. Jacobson all alone leading this race as Wilson and Eshelman are side by side. Eshelman gonna pull ahead. Inside lane trying to do whatever it can to stay alongside. Oh, and it looks like Wilson might be hung out to dry here. Deke looking to the inside of the one. Oh, but can't do it. Wilson crucially jumps back in front as you see Newman making the move on Gilmet, and he's going to pull it off. Nicely done from the 31. And Gilmet going to try to get it back. He will not. Single file all the way to the top 9.
That top line is just too dominant. The problem is that the bottom line's got to push hard. In these cars, if you push too hard, chances are you're going to push the guy around. As we see something happen up the front here, the 68 taking a dive to the inside.
Yeah, this was what I was worried about at the top of the show, it being one line dominant. And we are seeing that. Oh, Carter into the wall, and he's going to barely hold on to it as we are 3 wide now. Thought for sure that 28 car was earmarked for the inside wall. We have 10 laps to go from Daytona. You got a break between the top 6 and the rest of the pack. Gilnet trying to drag them back up. Right now, it is about 3/10. He's in the danger zone, but now he is going to get a huge sniff of the draft, and he is there. Nine to go, and everyone's single file ripping the top right now.
You can't stay on the top though. I mean, if you stay on the top, you're just going to follow the leader for the place you're in right now. Someone has to drop to the bottom and try something.
Yeah, the problem is that when do you make that move?
Well, it's going to have to be pretty soon because the boys are running out of laps.
Yeah, but it's risky if you're in that line, because if you jump out and no one goes with you, you're going all the way to the back. Oh, no, we're wrecking! The 75 of William Gay up into the wall, and caution is out.
And we have a meatball for Jeff Dillon amongst all that, which we'll get to in a minute. Let's see what happened to William Gay first.
Let's see. I think it might have been. Yeah, I think it might have been the 28, but I'm not entirely sure. I think he might have had seen just a bit of gap on the outside, the 75, and tried to go for it. But that's one of those scenarios where you're like, yeah, that gap is open, but it's not gonna be open for long enough for you to be able to take advantage of it. And we see caution number 4, I believe that makes it. As everyone gets back up to the pace car, we'll take what hopefully is our last break before the end, and we will be back shortly.
Nascar can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. inside. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh my
and to the
goodness.
line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone.
Alrighty, we are back and already back at it. A fantastic restart from Alex Jacobson. We got 4 laps to go from Daytona. Here comes Gilmet looking to take it 3 wide on Jacob Wilson. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Brady and Jacobson. Everyone fighting amongst themselves. Here comes Matsuko. Oh, Jacob Wilson gets done! No caution, it is all by himself. The number 1 is the only one that went around. Heartbreak for Jacob Wilson, dominated this race, the leader of the most laps. Gonna need the miracle of all miracles to pull off the win. As now it is Gilmet all over the back, Alex Jacobson. 3 to go. See, Evan jumps out to the outside, side by side with the 09, trying to get the help from the 03 behind. See, almost completely even off of turn 2. And now, just as I say that, Gilmet is all alone in the lead. Eshelman tries to jump. He's going to get there. Oh, but they're almost 3 wide with Jacobson. And Eshelman is going to take the lead. Oh, and Adam Brady goes around off of turn 4. And caution is out. Hard contact to the inside wall for the 28 car. Oh boy. It looked like 20 and the 13. Oh, it was the 13 hard to the inside wall, not the 28 of Carter. My apologies. That is likely race-ending damage for the 13 of Jacob Brown. You see, look at that. Cuts away right at the last moment. I think that's best for all of us because that would have been a heavy hit. See, it just looks like the bumps just move the 13 ever so slightly up into the side of Adam Brady, and around goes the 20. So it doesn't look like any, if at all, damage to the 20 car, but a lost track position with just 20 to go. Oh, but how about it, Kobe? We are going to get a green-white checkered and only one attempt at said green-white checker.
Well, I can guarantee pretty much two things. Someone will win the race and someone will die.
Yep, that is completely and 100% accurate right there.
Now you got to decide which one you got to be though, and that comes through smart moves and being aware of what's happening around you.
And honestly, just a whole heck of a lot of luck. Like we saw the finale of last season at New Atlanta. The top 4 got together going into turn 1, and 6, I believe it was like 6th or 7th place coming to the white flag, ended up being the one bringing home the win.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to have a rabbit's foot tied to your rear view mirror. I'm saying that much.
Absolutely. We will restack the top 10. Jeremy Eshelman, your leader, next to his fellow Kevin Harvick throwback car of Ted Newman, next to him on the front row. Evan Gilmet right behind in P3. Alex Jacobson, the leader of the last restart. He's only going to be restarting 4th. Have it all to do. Chase Matsuko right there in 5th. William Gay, we've seen that 75 car turned around twice tonight. He is 6th place. He has a shot to win this race. And then Cody Deek in the Greg Biffle car, P7. Ryan Peters, 8th. Sean Ramsey and Steven Pizzuto will round out the top 10. As we are going to 1 to green here. Eshelman will choose the outside. No brainer right there. We'll have Alex Jacobson trying to push him through. I think the name of the game for everyone is gonna make sure you at least survive to take the white flag. No one wants to see this race end under caution. Saw a little bit of a blink there for the 5 of Ryan Peters. That's exactly what you want to see if you're everyone around the 5 car.
And in this situation, the tension's already thick. You can cut it with a knife. And to see that just puts a turbo on the anxiety machine.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You've just got to ship it and hope for the best. You can't give him any extra space, any extra room. You've just got to be full steam ahead and hope that the connection doesn't cause issue. Hope that the netcode gods are kind. Here we go, the calm before the storm. Checker flag at the World Center of Racing on the line. As the pace truck is getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Jeremy Eshelman will lead us back to the green flag. Green means go. We are back underway at Daytona. A phenomenal restart from Eshelman. But is it too good of a jump? Jacobson is going to have a heck of a run here as you see Newman will slot by in front of the 75 of William Gay. Only 2 cars on the inside. Right now things are looking good for Jeremy Eshelman. Single file all the way to the top 3 now. What can Evan Gilmet do? Can he drag the second line up? Does he get any help? Trying to get some help from Matsugo behind as here we are off of turn 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from Daytona. Jeremy Eshelman found himself in this exact position 1 season ago at the finale at Atlanta. Can he hold on to it? What do you do if you're Jacobson, if you're Newman, if you're everyone behind this 03 car? Gilmet drops down trying to get some spots. He's going to get ahead of Peters for now, but he still has absolutely no help from behind. It's going to be a move off a turn 4. Alex Jacobson waiting for his moment to strike. Eshelman trying to do everything he can to keep the 09 behind as we're ranking in the back. Off of turn 4. Eshelman leads. Oh, they're bumping him big and right behind. Checker flag. Jeremy Eshelman wins at Daytona. Phenomenal run from Jeremy Eshelman. Made the big move to get the lead before the last caution came out and made the moves necessary to hold on to it. Oh boy, what a finish. Ooh. I am out of breath on that one there, Kobe.
I was right. Someone won, someone died.
Yeah, massive wreck there in the middle of the field.
My events screen was going off like a poker machine looking you guys. There was so much happening. A bunch of meatballs, a bunch of black flags, it was all happening. Illuminating burnt down. Back to you, James.
Absolutely. Saw Jacob Wilson got knocked around in the middle of 3 and 4. That caused that final wreck. But of course, this man was well ahead of it. Gets it done at Daytona, the one everyone wants to win. As Eshelman continues to celebrate, we will get our final break in and we'll be back to talk to the top 3. Alrighty, we are back, and we'll go ahead and go through the final results of tonight's race at Daytona. Your winner, Jeremy Eshelman from Ted Newman and Alex Jacobson. Brian Peters and William Gay round out the top 5. Chase Matsuko, Evan Gilmet, Sean Ramsey, Adam Brady, and Mark Osier round out the top 10. Nigel Steele, Jacob Wilson, Steven Pizzuto, Anthony Sorrentino, and Cody Deek, top 15. James Efa, the last of those on the lead lap. Philip Carter, Jacob Brown, Jay Davis, and Jeff Dillon rounding out the top 20. Brandon Thompson, Paul Wentline, Zach Tankersley, Nathan Fuller, James White, Sage Greco, and Joe David round out the field for tonight's race. With that, we're going to go ahead and get started to talking to our top 3, and we already have third place with us. Alex, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, that was a heck of a run out there for you. You played the strategy pretty well, fantastically. We didn't really see a whole lot of you there in the first half of the race, but when it was time to make the moves, all of a sudden, there you were up into the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first ever Gen 4 race, so a lot of that first 25 laps was just surviving and trying not to wreck anybody else and learning the car, so was just trying to play it safe and obviously be there at the end, and it worked out, so I got pretty lucky there.
Absolutely, and you were able to get the lead and control it for most of it, but right before we got that last caution, Jeremy took you 3 wide, was just barely able to get the lead from you when the caution flew.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to run the outside for the most part. It was just a lot easier up there, and just kind of got stuck on the bottom there with no help on the outside, so of course, when Evan made his move, I just kind of was stuck there on the bottom, and then Jeremy, yeah, he got real close. I was pedaling it through 3 and 4, just trying not to bounce it off anybody, and it was just a great finish there. But almost had a chance at the end. Didn't want to be too aggressive, and was pretty happy with the 3rd place finish.
Absolutely. Take us through the final lap there. Did you have any sort of plan going? When were you thinking of trying to make that move to see if you could get the lead back?
Yeah, I didn't want to make the move too early. With Ted Newman behind me there, I didn't want to jump out and he would just kind of fill that hole. So I started to have a little bit of a run going into turn 3, but I just thought that if I tried to jump out of line, I would have fallen further back. So was just hoping for anything on the out of turn 4 and just never materialized. And Ted was able to get underneath me, so he made a great move there and was able to just get me at the line. Didn't really have much of a plan, honestly.
Yeah, but it was still a heck of a run out there for you, especially with it being your first race in the car. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Just shout-outs, me and Jeremy run together in the Monday GT3 League. So just shout-out to him for putting on a great race there. Great win. Really happy for him. And maybe I'll be out here another time in the future. These cars are pretty fun.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Alex, and hopefully we're talking to you again here soon.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Alrighty, there is our 3rd place finisher, and it does not appear that we have our runner-up. So I suppose we're going to go ahead and get to our race winner. Jeremy, James in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, how about it? That was I feel that was a long time coming there for you. I remember you were up there in the fray to win the finale at New Atlanta a couple weeks ago when a lot of things happened on that final lap going into turn 1, but thankfully you were able to avoid that and get yourself that dub.
Yeah, I was at the front of that one. Oddly enough, the people I collided with that last lap are now teammates of mine, and we worked well tonight. I know one got wrecked out, but William and kind of pseudo teammate, he's my teammate in GT3's Alex, was up there racing with us, and it helped to have them the whole time tonight.
Yeah, and take us through that fantastic move you made there on Jacobson right before the caution came out. That ended up being the race-winning move right there.
So we kind of messed up the team restart a little bit, and I dropped back, and I just got a massive run that I was not expecting to get, but I knew it was the end of the race. I had to make it, and I thought I actually had Alex cleared a little bit. I wasn't, so I had to hold it in the middle, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it did. And take us through what was going through your mind on that green-white checker. Did you have any sort of plan going into it, or was it just basically hold the wall and pray?
I was set up perfectly for the last restart with Alex on my bumper, and then William was third in line on the outside. So pretty much we were just going to stay together, and we figured as long as the inside didn't get a great jump or break us up too bad, we were going to be pretty good. So we just kept watching if they were making moves, and with the three of us up there, I just made it hard for everyone else.
That it did, but easy for you to finally bring home the win. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs to like to give before we let you go?
I mean, just shout out to my teammates at Threshold. They helped immensely this whole race. We worked together. Unfortunately, a couple got caught up in some stuff, but that's super racing. But yeah, shout out to those guys. It definitely made the race easier on my end and helped us bring home 3 in the top 5.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, Jeremy, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Actually, I will not be racing next week, so maybe in 2 weeks.
Okay, in a couple weeks then.
Yep.
All right, there is your race winner, Jeremy Esselman, and how about it, Kobe? That was a pretty solid Daytona race, all things considered.
Yeah, even though it was short in lap count, it still provided all the hallmarks of the Daytona race.
Absolutely. Got a lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of big wrecks, and a phenomenal down-to-the-wire finish with the 03 bringing it home. But with that, I believe it's time for us to get the heck on out of here. For my broadcast partner, Kobe Jordan, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu till next time. Good night.